Yes, it's the weekend. I get to play my guitar. Let me practice something. Let's see. Yes, it's the weekend. Time to put in some practice. I gotta work on this thing that's really hard. Fail. Alright, let me slow down because slow equals fast. Whew. Man, this thing is hard. But you know what? Sometimes when we really want to grow on a guitar, we gotta focus on the things that are maybe not so easy to play, but they'll help us to get where we want to go much quicker. Let's talk about it. Alright, let's talk about it. Yeah! Hey guys, Dan here from Guitar from the Heart. And today I want to talk about growing on the instrument by taking the right approach with our practice time. I did a video recently where I showed one night where I was up late and I couldn't sleep or whatever, and I got this inspiration to start saying, you know what, I believe today I feel like I can actually do this. Most times I don't feel like I can, but today I believe I can. So I started to practice this skill, this two-handed tapping thing. And to be honest with you, in the past, I done told myself that I don't have the patience for this. I don't have the dexterity. I believe I could probably do it if I spent a long time, but I don't really feel like doing it. I quit. I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? But things change when we say, I believe I can. So I started to, throughout this week, and if you're like me, you probably have a very busy work week, and there's not a lot of time to practice, and you're working a full-time job, and you're aspiring to get better at the guitar. It can be challenging because, you know what, we only have so much time to do all the different things we have to do in our life. But we want to get better at the guitar. And if we want to do that, sometimes we got to go at the things that we want to deal with the least, the most. You know what I'm saying? What I did in the first clip where I picked my guitar up and I played a G chord and a C chord. Hey, if you just want to pick up your guitar and play it and have some fun or whatever, yeah, go right ahead, knock yourself out. Play something that brings you joy, that you've mastered, whatever, because right now you're playing and you're just enjoying yourself. But if you want to grow, and you want to develop a new skill that maybe you're not so comfortable with, but you wish you could play like that, then you probably want to deal with two-handed tapping or something else that gives you more of a challenge, that makes you a little bit less comfortable. And that's exactly what I've been pretty much doing throughout this past week. I've had a busy week, just like pretty much every week of my life. Honestly, on this couch right here is where my guitar sits most of the time. And as I'm going about in my morning routine, trying to get out the house, or after I come in the evening or whatever, I'll see it there. And I have no time because I'm doing 50 things. But you know what? I just pick it up and I mess around with this little stuff with my two-handed tapping and fretting with my right hand, and I've been looking at the movements and trying to master them more and more as I go throughout the week. I'm not talking about hour-long, 2-hour-long practice sessions like I used to get to do when I was a 16-year-old in high school, not working a job. I mean, I was playing ball, but you had the off-season and stuff like that. Those were the days when I had time to practice. I don't have no time to practice now. So what do? Well, for me, and I was looking at it, this article, a blog post I made a while back, playing the guitar for busy people. If you're interested, you could go check that out. I'll put a link in the description below. In there, I talked about that you can become a much better guitar player, a significantly better guitar player in 15 minutes or less per day. And frankly, I don't practice 15 minutes a day. I probably should develop that kind of discipline, but my life it's hectic, it's tough. You know, I do physical work, I come home, I'm beat. I don't have no strength, I don't have no energy half the time. And then I gotta come home and do house chores, whatever, finance, all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. And it's tough. But you know what? I find that if you have enough love in your heart for the instrument and you really want to grow, and you have your guitar somewhere where you can see it, as you're going by, you say, you know what, man, there's that thing that I want to learn, that I want to get a little bit better. There's like 2-finger tapping. So like right now, specifically what I'm doing is I'm just taking my right hand and I'm practicing fretting like 1, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 4, just like we would do exercises on our fretting hand, on our left hand if you're a righty. I'm doing it with my picking hand, and I'm practicing just developing muscle memory, like I've been talking about muscle memory in my other 2 videos that I released earlier in the week. Just developing muscle memory into this side on this hand as well, and trying to do hammer-ons and pull-offs. And what I'm finding is it's only taking a couple of minutes a day. Like I literally spent less than 10 minutes a day. I pick up my guitar like twice a day. I practice for like 2 minutes, I put it down. And in a week's time, I feel like I'm actually starting to become half okay at this thing. I don't feel like I'm going to be able to do lightning fast tapping stuff anytime soon. But if I develop the 1, 3, 4 and the 1, 2, 4 movements, I know that those are the most commonly used ones. And I'm just taking my time because slow equals fast. Slow equals fast when you're trying to memorize music theory. Slow equals fast when you're trying to memorize how to do little movements with your fingers that you haven't done before, whether it's a new chord movement or whether it's learning how to fret with your other hand. It's all the same thing. It works the same way no matter what new movements you're trying to learn. I'm just applying these things, and guess what, guys? I'm growing. I'm growing a lot faster than I thought I would just by applying the same advice that I've been saying here on the channel. It might take a few months, but I think I'll be able to do some pretty impressive stuff. And we'll see, right? Time will tell. But yeah, that's pretty much how my week looked. Busy schedule, but still making progress. And just like I said in that video, in that blog post, I should say, honestly, you can definitely see progress like that in 15 minutes a day. But I think even less, and I'm seeing progress in much less than that. It just takes for you to actually pick up this thing that you love so much and invest yourself in it. Start to develop more of a physical bond by actually playing it. Challenge yourself with things that are not too easy for you. Play it a little, play some stuff that is easy for you. I'll do a little pentatonic licks, whatever. And then practice a little stuff that challenges you a little more. And before you know it, that technique, that chord, that whatever you're trying to learn right now, that you tend to shy away from, will start to weave itself right into the rest of your techniques and be always available in your bag of tricks when you go to play your guitar. And it'll go into the pile with all the easy stuff like the G and the C chord. And then you can choose, what do I want to learn next? What's going to challenge me next? All right, guys, so that's all I got to say today. Just something I've been thinking about throughout the week because, you know what, this is something that really has worked for me through the years. I've been playing the guitar for over 20 years. Frankly, I've had a much busier life than most people I would think. I've been a manager. There have been times I worked 3 jobs at one time. I've been a business owner, and frankly, at some point, probably I was doing most of those at the same time, overlapping with each other. But I've always found enough time to spend a few minutes with my guitar, whether it was as I'm waiting to go out the door for my wife to get ready or whatever, or just I'm about to lay down and retire for the night, but I see my guitar, you know, looking all lonely there on a couch like that, and I pick it up and I practice for a couple minutes. So I hope that helps you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to play the guitar from the heart, even if your wife makes mad noise in the background.
Sorry.
And have fun with that. Pick up your guitar. You know? I'm kind of begging you. Pick up your guitar a little bit here and there. You might be surprised at the results that you get when you just spend a couple minutes fiddling with the stuff that gives you a hard time. All right, take care. I'll see you next time.